This is an interview for Peep-magazine. We're at the Baltic still for the Fine Art Graduate Show at the Baltic, and we're here with another artist, and we're here with Sarah.
Hi, hello everyone.
Thanks for taking the time out to chat to Peep, and I would like to ask about your work here. You've got one piece here.
Yes.
Could I maybe ask about the work and what's the meaning behind it and maybe the inspiration?
Yeah, so my parents are Scottish, specifically from Paisley, so I've worked a lot with the Paisley patterns and the origins of where it's came from, so discussing the journey, how it's came from Persia and origins of like plant forms and how it's kind of gone through generations, kind of modernising and kind of colonising this pattern into a new modernised way, and then obviously it was started becoming called the Paisley pattern, the town in Scotland where it became most known. So it's all about the kind of journey and the origins of where this pattern has came from.
Yeah, because the pattern on the front seems like a map.
Yeah, I wanted to show the journey, so I thought the map imagery worked best with my work, kind of made sure I kind of literally mapped the path of where the journey has came from. And then the pattern behind is just a Paisley print that I've mashed together from multiple pieces of fabric to kind of show this kind of reconstruction and deconstruction of the pattern itself.
How did you do the pattern? How is the pattern created behind?
So I used fabric scraps and I would cut them up and kind of stitch them together, and then I scanned it in and printed it out large.
And what about the map-esque one? Is that like a crochet?
Yeah, it's a crochet technique called fillet crochet, which has the kind of squares and then the filled in squares to create imagery on it.
Is your work somehow connected to you, or have you been kind of detached from your work, or are you connected to your work?
I think I'm very connected to my work because it's all about my family and like their origins. Like all my family's from Scotland, especially Paisley, so obviously I'm not from Scotland, but I kind of wanted to bring in that sense of my belonging into it as well, and where I've traditionally came from, I guess.
Yeah, of course. What do you, because I can see you're here with your family. Yeah. What do your family say about your work and about your inspiration? Are they all up for it?
Yeah, they love it. I mean, they've came here today in Paisley print outfits, so yeah.
Well, that's your dad's shirt.
Yeah, so they love it. I think they really appreciate the fact that I've gone into my family history in this way. But, yeah.
I think you've already answered this, but are you confronting something in your work?
Yeah, I am. I'm confronting like the colonisation of patterns and the origins they've came from. It's kind of how different cultures are kind of taking them and making them into something new, and how we should appreciate the origins of where things have came from.
Anthony Gormley said when you're painting or creating work, you're engaging in some kind of dialogue. Are you engaging in a dialogue when you're creating your work?
I don't know dialogue per se. I'm just kind of working from
a conversation, maybe.
Yeah, because I know a lot about my family history, and I've looked through like family photos and stuff. So I think it's just a conversation of where I came from and how I can communicate that with other people.
Going off the conversation, the dialogue, are you answering? Do you find yourself when you're creating your work and you're in the zone? Do you kind of answer some hypothetical question that's running in your head? Do you know where I'm going with that? Do you find yourself doing that?
I don't think so.
No?
I think I just make for the joy of that I like doing it. So I don't think there's a question per se. I think it's just I know I wanted to do it myself, so I'm just kind of making what I knew I wanted to make in that sense.
Do you feel working with your hands frees the mind?
Oh yeah, I think the such like manual intensive labour work I do kind of shows the appreciation of the work I do as well. So yeah, 100%.
And Pablo Picasso said his paintings become an autobiographical diary. Would you agree that with your work?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think this shows exactly who I am as a person, and then links with my family as well.
So you've graduated. You spent 3 years at Northumbria Uni. What is the plans for the future? I don't want to put you on the spot, but have you got clear plans, or What's next?
Well, I kind of do crochet commissions for like clothing, like kind of here and there for like friends. So I'm definitely going to try and go more fully into that, make some clothes for people's holidays, stuff like that. But still very much linking to my work, crocheting and stuff.
And how has being on the fine art course, has that brought you out, not so much brought you out your shell, but has that gave you an extra layer of confidence?
Yeah, I think so, because I used to treat crocheting as just like a hobby and like just like a craft, but I understand the appreciation that crochet can have in an art sense.
Sarah, thanks for your time, and I wish you the best in the future. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. Cheers.